Oh, there's a name. Of course, they're gonna drop the name. I can't even pronounce the fucking name of this archer. Thanks. Oriole. Okay, whatever. Anyway, triple arts. Yeah, I like how just straight up just drop the fucking name. Right here it is. Bird is close. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't really care that much, right? It's not a big deal, but yeah. I'm more concerned about the story in of itself than like anything else. Because like the name drop's gonna happen anyway. Because like we're NA. We're NA. I think it's inevitable that we're gonna know the name of the servant. True name rather. So but I do like that they're going back to like, you know, concealing the name like they did in like Epic Remnant. They're kind of going back to doing that, concealing names. I feel like that was a pretty good, pretty cool thing. But yeah, anyway. So the servant is triple arts deck. So obviously, we're assuming arts oriented. You know, expect a bunch of arts chains with this servant. You know, so design wise, I mean, it's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm not really that big of a fan of this kind of design, but you know, it's not my cup of tea, right? I mean, I might like Second Ascension actually probably the most out of him, but yeah, that's about it. All right, everyone's been hyping me up for this servant skills, so let's talk about it. What we got cooking here? So we have a servant that grants the entire party 20% arts buff and a charisma of 20%, and removes their debuffs, and it's on a skill. That's pretty good. That's a party-wide debuff removal. That's pretty good, I must say. And then grants self debuff on attack. So on hit, removes. Oh, and it removes one enemy's latest buff. That can come in handy sometimes. Although that can come in pretty handy sometimes if you're, you know, facing an enemy that likes to spam buffs and whatnot, you know. And then inflicts pass alteration debuff. I have no idea what that is, but that's something brand new. Let's see what that means. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. I mean, I'm liking these buffs. I mean, it makes sense that they're party-wide and like the stats there split like that, 20% each. That makes sense. And then removing debuffs is a pretty good thing to have in like a challenging content in general. So, okay, second skill. Cooldown reduction of 1 turn, and then charging their battery by 50%. So this is the standard charger right here, and then increase the party. This is the targetable arts buff rather. So when you get down to it, it's actually 50%, but it is actually split amongst the party and like the targetable right here. So yeah, I mean. And it's on a pretty long cooldown, understandably so. It's similar to Koyanskaya, for like the same reason, really, you know. So yeah, buff, debuff removal tools is plural, but good thing are good, but being tied to like offensive skills can be a bit awkward. That is true because you want to spam it, right? And there'll be times where you get hit by a debuff, but since you're spamming the offensive buff a lot, right, you want it up as much as possible. Yeah, you're gonna be missing out on removing the debuffs. Yeah, it can be a little awkward there. That is true. But yeah, this skill, I would say pretty fucking good. I feel like this is probably the bread and butter of what makes the farming good with her. You know, I can see why people are calling her the Koyanskaya of light, but for arts, right? And then third skill here, grants self buff regeneration, which generates which activates at the end of the enemy turn. Enemy turn for 3 turns. Oh, moves all enemies one latest buff. Wait, okay, so What? Does she specialize in buff removal? That's what it sounds like. Straight like buff removal. So like, on your main DPS, on hit buff removal, then debuff, buff removal on top of that. Is that right? Is that how it fucking works? See, Kaza drops delayed debuff. Yeah, it's on the enemy turn as well. What the fuck? The on hit buff removal is on her only. Wait, is it? Oh wait, let me see. Oh, it's self. It's on herself. I thought it was for like the party for a second. Okay, never mind. Damn, bro. Okay, I mean, I guess for herself. Okay, yeah, whatever. I was like, you know, it'd be fucking broken if I was expecting like the entire team to have it. I was like, that'd be fucking good. You know what I mean? Like that'd be good. That's why I mentioned like the main DPS having it, because like I misinterpreted it. But anyway, you know, yeah. That being said, I mean, like, I guess she does specialize in removing buffs constantly, whether it is from this unique debuff or from her on hit on her command cards. So it's very interesting. It removes party's latest debuff every turn. And yeah, she also specializes in removing debuffs as well. So funny enough, you know, she's like keeping the party clean while also debilitating the enemy in a way, you know, by removing their buffs constantly. So yeah, very interesting gameplay loop there, you know, not gonna lie. Bucks once per turn for 3 turns. Oh, it's once per turn for 3 turns. For 3 turns to all enemies. Oh, it's one. Okay. Is that right? 1 turn, 1 buff every turn. Is that how it works? Really? Yeah, she's a debuff remover and she's a buff remover. I find that interesting. I mean, that's like the general gist of it, right? So, she'd be so broken if she could offload that to her DP. That's what I'm, dude. That's what I'm saying. If that was the case, it would be fucking bonkers, bro. Like, she'd just be, essentially, it turns everyone into like a buff remover, you know? Literally a buff stripper, you know? Anyway. Stars per turn, 10 stars per turn. Okay, that's not bad, you know. So, you know, kind of caters to maybe some arts crits, arts crit on DPS, and of course, especially for art servants, critting with an arts card will definitely help loop. So you kind of want the stars. And then charges party's MP gauge by 10% for 3 turns. Again, that is pretty good. And then just a generic heal, because, you know, why the fuck not? So the crucial parts being buff removal and debuff removal, and then like all that charge. I would say very solid. Overall, very solid. Yeah, these skills are pretty fucking bonkers, not gonna lie. I would say it's pretty damn bonkers, like especially for farming. Now, for challenging content, I mean maybe, right? I feel like it depends on the fight that you're dealing with, right? Because like I feel like from a defensive standpoint, she's not good, right? Because like she doesn't have any like invuln or like anything, but she's like straight up offensive. Like literally gun-ho, glass cannon arts offensive, which is good. I mean, that's obviously perfect for min turning, perfect for farming. That's pretty, like, I feel like that's good. But for stalling, right, like I would probably just still pick Astoria, right? But yeah, let's see. Arts passive. Does she have territory creation? No territory creation. I was expecting territory creation. I was like, you know, that would be kind of nice for her, no? But, I mean, these are some good passives, you know? Debuff resistance is good. Oh, what? She has a buff removal resistance as a passive. Damn, that's gonna make it hard for my boy to actually, you know, harder for my boy. Alright, alright. And then crit chance resistance. Okay. Again, that can be handy sometimes. So, let's take a look at that MP she got cooking. It's an AoE MP. That's what it looks like, right? Yeah. So, reduces all enemies' charge. Activate first? I mean, what difference does it make? I don't know. I mean, like, alright. I mean, that's cool. And then, okay, there's the unique debuff. Past alteration debuff. She inflicts to all enemies. This activates first. AoE damage to all of them. And the damage scale is based on the stacks of past alteration, which means that she could ramp up damage considerably. And considering that she has a lot of hit counts, and I would assume that she can loop pretty well. You could probably get some hefty damage going with her, you know, constantly. Like you using her as a main DPS. I mean, funny enough, right? Like double cast story of her. Yeah, I can see something bonkers with her, you know, or just double up on her as well. I guess if you want, you know, I guess it could work out. And then overcharge is pretty standard. MP damage, yeah. Again, any kind of farmer, any kind of DPS, MP damage, nothing special there. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. She's essentially Arts Koyanskaya when you get down to it in like a nutshell, right? Very good for farming, not so good for stalling. Not so good for, like, you know, if you're trying to like survive. She's not gonna do you. I mean, the way like I guess the best defense is to be offensive, I guess, right? Yeah, the best offense is just to kill them quickly. That's how you survive. So. If you want to get down to it, right? Yeah, so basically her weakness, yeah, no hard survivability. Like I said, she's full-on offensive. Full-on offensive, gun-ho, you know, just like Koyanskaya. So, yeah, she's, I guess, like a DPS version of Castoria. Yeah, kind of like that, yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now, that being said, based on what I'm seeing here, this is like an obvious must roll. When she comes around on NA, for sure. Like I think she might be, unless they somehow come up with a servant that's even more broken than her. God forbid. God forbid we get another servant that's more broken than this servant, bro. Holy crap. She might just be number 1 to pull it this year. Might be. At least top 5, if not number 1. From what I'm saying here. So far. Again, we don't know for sure. But she's definitely impressive. So, those are my thoughts.